Okay, in this video, we're going to transform this 3D model into a 2D hyper-realistic image. That's transformation is what we called as 3D rendering. In the 3D rendering, we're creating a hyper-realistic image that manifests or it's a manifestation from a digital world on how our models will look in physical world. So these 3D models will look like this where after rendering. And okay, so to get started, so once you prepare your models, as you can see here, maybe I can show you the plain 3D model. As you can see here in the design workspace, I already made 3D models such as the studios, the base, a mug, a couple of foods in a plate. So in the 3D or in the design work, sorry, in the render workspace, so there is no material yet applied, but to apply a material, just need to click this appearance. So in the appearance, like for example, let's try um, to apply a material. For example, this one I want it to be painted black. Okay, I have different paint here. So this one is a rough paint. So if I zoom in, you can see the texture of a rough powder coat paint. So there is a glossy one here. Maybe I can apply the glossy one in the base so that you can see the difference between a glossy paint and a rough paint. But in this example, I apply a white paint on the base. So let's try this one, and then another powder coat on the plate. So you have see is that I apply the materials to the whole bodies or component. What if, for example, the bodies or a component have two different colors in one body? Like for example, if the this surface of the cup is color white, no, you can also apply a material a different color to this surface by just clicking or the by just clicking the faces wherein you want to apply. Then let's try to apply it on the surface only. So as you can see here, we can we apply the paint on the surface only. But on this on my example, I apply it all in one body. So just click it and remove the previously applied material. So that's the difference between uh, applying to bodies and component. Now, what if the material that is um, you want to apply to the 3D models was not included in the Fusion 360 material library? As you can see here, there is no material for food. So what you can do is um, what we call this diskartehan na lang, no? You can apply material similar to the color of the egg, like for example this yellow one and then this white one. If you haven't downloaded it, you just need to click the download button. So, okay, I can apply this and this. So that will be the color of the egg. However, what if, how can I apply a material to bread that will looks like a bread? So that's will be a problem if the materials needed to apply on specific 3D models was not included in the material library. So that's the time that you should create your own material. So to create your own material, you just need to go back to the design environment, go to the utilities, and then manage materials. In here, you can choose the appearance and then click for the this button which creates a new material. Let's try to create a new generic material like this one. So let's name it default generic material 2 na lang. Kasi I have default generic here. And then let's choose an initial color. Let's say color red para madali nating matandaan later on. And then apply. Okay. And then in the design workspace, no, sorry, in the render workspace, you can now see the generated uh, the appearance that we had just created. So this is those these are or this is the material we just created. So this color black. However, that's para maging kamukha nung bread, we have to edit this material. Just right click this and edit, and then go to advanced, and then you can configure this to look like a bread. Maybe we can try this first on the on the prunes muna. So in the prunes, let's try to create this. So if this is a prune, no? If I edit this like dapat kulay ano siya, kulay violet siya, no? To create this like it should look like a prune, and then we can adjust the glossiness. We all know that the prunes is has glossy finish, and also it has a little bit of transparency. Maybe we can edit this like this one and this one, and also change the color to darker red. And maybe maybe medyo kamukha na to ng ano no prune. Ayan. So, ganun. However, as you can see here, if I show you some of the render material, the bread almost looks like a texture of a bread, wherein um, you can also insert a bread here. You can also insert the texture of the bread here. I just want to show you first the pre-made material that I have made a while ago. No, this one is the material for bread, and how can I do this material texture? So I do this by just editing the material again and then applying an image to the color. Okay, so let's try to create another one. For example, this default generic, let's try to duplicate this and then try to edit this one. Let's rename this into bread number 2, and then done, and then apply natin sa bread. Yan. Gagawin ko, edit ko, and then I will choose an image. Okay? Yan. I will choose an image. Let's say, for example, I have downloaded a texture of a bread. So this one is a texture of a grape. So try muna natin tong texture ng grapes. Yan. So since I already uploaded the image, then click apply. As you can see here, it has the texture of the grapes. But since this is a bread, no, I should use the bread texture. Okay, let's try this one, bread texture. So, and then if kung nakikita nyo is masyadong malaki, no, you can adjust this by double clicking the image and then adjust the scale of the bread. Let's try to create it's 120 para mas maging maliit siya. Ayan. So you can see here, nag-a-adjust na dito. Maybe liitan pa natin ng konti into 60 mm. Ayan. Oops, sorry. 60 and then 60. Yan. Same goes with creating another material for the crust. So this one is the material sorry, oops, sorry. This one is the material that I created for the crust. So I have to select the face and then select another uh, the faces of the bread which represents the crust. Oops. So now maybe it looks like or it looks similar to the loaf bread now. And then we can adjust the color. So, oh, sorry. Let's try to adjust the color of the crust. Sorry, this one is the crust that we have applied. Edit and then try to let's try to um, make it a little bit darker. Yeah, and then apply and then okay. Next one is the bacon. So I already made the bacon here and then just apply this. Okay, now all of materials. I missed the coffee here. I but I do uh, materials for the coffee. So how can I do this? So I just if you want to look at the coffee materials that I made, as you can see here, just applied a single um, this one. I applied a single picture of the top of the latte and then adjust the position. For position adjustment, so I just adjust it here. So as you can see here, if I adjust it or offset it into let's say 20 mm, it will move. Okay, so it's trial and error hanggang sa mag-fit siya doon sa aking mug. So, ganun yung ginawa ko. And then, last is of course, the studio. Nag-apply tayo ng studio. Maybe I use wood. Uh, if I'm not mistaken, I use a wood, a finished wood, 3D cherry semi-gloss, and that's what I used. Okay, now it is ready for rendering. In rendering here in Fusion 360, you have two options. First is to render it through cloud. Render it through cloud. Ang ginagawa is ipapadala natin kay Autodesk and siya yung mag-render para sa atin. And then after sometimes, maybe 10 minutes or more, you will get the output. However, if you have an option to render it on your local machine, kung medyo mabilis yung laptop natin, you can render it on your local machine yun, using in Canvas render. So in Canvas render, you just have to wait for this loading bar to mapunta hanggang excellent or up to final, and then you just need to capture the image. So and again for the adjustment or for the setting, let's say for example you want to adjust the view, no, you can drag the models, and also we have a scene setting here. So you can control the brightness, the background. For example, you want another background like here. The background is environment. We have environment library here, wherein, for example, you want to choose a field background. Like so, pagka ganun, you don't need a studio na like this one. But for this example, to make it solid color lang para hindi masyadong mabigat for the rendering. And then also we can control the ground reflections, add reflections. And for the camera, we can control the focal view. As you can see here, we can control the focal view and then the exposure. And then for the depth of field, you can only see the depth of field here once applied. No, you can only see the depth of field once you're in canvas rendering, wherein when you choose a focal point or a center of focus, that will be the unblurred region of the rendered image. So as you can see here, I have two different image render. The center of focus here is the mag, wherein the background will become blurred. But here, if the depth of field is off, so all of the item or of the models in the captured by the camera will not be blurred, so there's no focus. And then think that's all that you need to know for the 3D rendering. So let's try to render this image in Canvas render, and I will skip the video up until the end of this, uh, up until we get what we want.